At the recent UB Football Pro Day attended by all 32 NFL teams, we caught up with Bulls quarterback Joe Licata, and we asked him what it's like to see all of his former teammates get that kind of attention.
It's very well deserved from these guys. They worked hard for their 4 or 5 years here at UB, and it's great to see them getting the attention that they deserve.
How much have people asked you about Khalil? I mean, Khalil's gotten so much attention nationally. How much are people asking you about what's he like? Is he that good? Tell me about this guy who's going to go in the top 10.
Everywhere I go, people always ask me about Khalil, and my answer is yes, he is that good. He's better than everyone's saying he is, and he's a great person too. He hasn't changed at all in the 3 years that I've known him.
What was it like to be in the locker room with him and Bo and Alex, and the impact that those guys had on you as a younger player?
Those guys are great leaders, and you can't measure that. You could see their 40 time and their vertical leap today, but you can't see how great of leaders they are.
You had a chance to catch up with some other ex-Bulls. Drew Willie is here, and Naaman Roosevelt, and some of those guys. What do you guys talk about when you have that connection?
We surprisingly don't really talk about football that much. We just kind of hang out and talk. It's cool seeing the guys that I grew up watching. Drew's one of the reasons why I wear 16 at UB.
All right, let's talk a little bit about your mindset here, what's going on with the team. The bowl game in Idaho didn't go the way you guys wanted it, but talk to me about what the experience was like and how much maybe you guys learned for the next trip.
The bowl experience was fantastic. It was one of the best weeks of our lives. We had a great time down there, but we didn't come back victorious, and that's what we're going to work for next year, to hopefully play in Detroit in the MAC championship and then get another bowl game.
What are you going to do? You're going to take on a bigger role of leadership next year with all those prominent guys gone. How are you viewing maybe your off-the-field role next year?
I'm going to have to continue to become more of a leader and continue to just be the guy. And that starts in the weight room, having a lot of leadership skills in there, and then getting into the film room a lot more than I have.
A lot of talk as we look forward to next year. The wide receiver position is going to get a lot of attention for new names to have to emerge to be the key guys to catch your passes. Give us an idea of what your thoughts are in the position and maybe some of those names that you're looking forward to seeing emerge.
I'm not worried about it at all, honestly. I have a lot of confidence in those guys. Devin Hughes is going to be a great player for us. Ron Willoughby is going to be a great player. So is Marcus McGill, and obviously a guy that everyone knows in Boise Ross. So we're going to be fine at the receiver position.
How do you replace, aside from off the field, what a guy like Brandon Oliver did, replacing his production, replacing on the fact that you could rely on him to be in the right place and get the right block and be in the right route and all that stuff, aside from what he did every time you handed the ball off to him? How do you go about replacing that?
You can't replace a guy like Brandon Oliver. There's no way to do it. That's why he's at the top of the leaderboard and all the statistical categories. You can't replace him, but we're going to try our best to get, if it's one guy, if it's two guys, just to replace that production.
Experience the pageantry of big-time college football from the new East Club at UB Stadium. Experience an exclusive climate-controlled concourse with upgraded food and beverage service, chair-back club seating, and so much more. Log on to bullsblueandwhite.com for more information.